What's up? It's your boy Fast checking in with you with another one. You know, pressure busts pipes, and that determines how you do your time. I mean, you could do it good or you could do it bad. It just depended on whatever type of mindset you have. I remember one time this dude named Milo. Milo is a light-skinned dude. He got real long hair. He had one gold tooth. He was cool as a motherfucker. He wasn't no type of person that got in trouble or anything like that. He was just cool. He smoked weed, but he didn't really get down like that. You know, he just did it every once in a while. But I remember one day I get up, I go to the library, and when I get to the library, you know, I sit in the chair, grab the newspaper, and when I'm grabbing the newspaper, I see Milo in the law library area. He's over there arguing with this dude. I don't know what they arguing about, but they was like hit a little beef going on. So I'm like, dang, I'm sitting there thinking what's going on with dude, but I ain't really know. So then I leave out the library and I go back to the cell house. And when I get back to the cell house, I take my shower. You know, I go back in my room. Now I'm watching TV. And probably about 30 minutes later, that's when Milo come up to my cell. He asked me, could he get a box of oatmeal pies and 2 sodas. So I give him the oatmeal pies and the 2 sodas. And when I'm giving it to him, I'm asking, I'm like, hey, man, what was going on in the law library over there? I heard you over there arguing with somebody. He was like, nah, I wasn't arguing with him. I just got some bad news. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, what I'm going to do next. I was like, what you trying to figure out? And he was like, shit, I'm trying to get up out of here. But shit, if you can't help me get up out of here, shit, ain't no sense of even talking about it. So I was like, all right. So then he leave off, boom. We both work in the kitchen. So in the morning I go to work in the kitchen. When I get to the kitchen, I'm seeing him, you know, he got like a little irritated and stuff. So I'm like, shit, what's going on with you, man? So he ain't really telling me nothing. So I'm like, all right, then, you know, you ain't got to tell me what's going on with you. Because like I said, the day before that, I seen that he was having a little issue. So I was going to make sure, I was basically talking to him, making sure that if he do go to the store, that he can give me my stuff. So he's like, basically, he just got a little attitude and stuff. So I'm like, all right, man, you know, I just left him alone. So then we go out there to eat. And when we go out there to eat, he's like, hey, man, you know, they denied my appeal. I was like, they denied your appeal? I don't really know too much about appeals because everything I did, I took a plea bargain on my stuff, so it didn't really matter. So he's like telling me that he got denied on his appeal. So I'm like, dang. I said, what they gonna do now? He's like, he got to go to the federal courts now. So I'm like, all right, so how long is that gonna take? He said, it might take a couple years. I was hoping that they can change my give me a new sentence or something like that to where he could probably get out early, but he wasn't gonna get out early. So after I finished talking to Milo about his case, I get up, you know, go finish out my job. Now I'm going back to the cell house. And when I get back to the cell house, I go around to his room because it's store day this day. So I'm making sure that I get my stuff. So when I'm getting my stuff, I'm talking to him again. I'm like, shit, man, what you think, you know, they gonna do, you know? So he's like, shit, he don't know. So I'm like, shit, I don't really, like I said, I don't really know nothing about the case. I'm just trying to make him feel a little better because I see that he had a little attitude and stuff for the last few days. So Sunday come, you know, that's visitation day. He don't go to visit. He normally always go to visits. So I don't see him on visits. So when I come back from a visit, I'm like, hey, you didn't go to visit this day? He's like, nah, man, me and my wife, we kind of separated. I'm like, why y'all kind of separated? He's like, because once they denied me on my appeal, I think me and her kind of broke up. And I'm like, y'all broke up? He's like, yeah, we kind of broke up. I'm like, damn, you know, what y'all break up for? He's like, I don't think that she can do the time. So I was like, shit, that's like everybody, you know, female, they can't do the time once things get hard. So he's like, shit. The way he was looking all depressed. So then, like the next few weeks, everything kind of changed on him. He started, you know, not combing his hair. He letting his beard and stuff grow out. The man was started, you know, his room started to get all, you know, cluttered and stuff like that. This is all in the next couple weeks. So I'm looking at him like, damn, man, what you doing? Because I'm kind of confused because he's going into like a little downward spiral, you know. since all this stuff don't happen. First, he get it denied on his appeal. Now his wife, is talking about leaving him because he got a lot of time and stuff. I think he had like 15 years. I think he was trying to at least give some of it back. He wasn't trying to give it all back, but he was trying to give some of it back. So I'm talking to him, trying to make him, feel a little better because shit, I mean, once your girl leaves you, things kind of change in there because you get kind of depressed and stuff like that. And like I said, he started, not combing his hair. I mean, he started doing a lot of weird stuff, just walking around with his head down all day while we at work. He ain't really paying attention to how he doing the job. I mean, we made some oatmeal one day. Instead of putting sugar in there, he put salt in there, so everything tastes like salt. So everybody was mad about that. I mean, he just wasn't focused. His mind was just basically gone because of that whole situation that just took place. So I'm like, shit, just looking at him, just observing him, going through a lot of changes and stuff like that. And then one day, I get up in the morning. I mean, the man is yelling like a motherfucker. Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, damn, man, what's going on with him? So when I come out, to take my shower, I go around to his cell. I'm like, man, what's going on with you, man? He's like, man, don't even talk to me. I'm like, dang, why you mad at me? I ain't did nothing to you. So he's like, don't even talk to me. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want everybody to leave me alone. So I'm like, all right. So I just walk off, I say, shit, you ain't gonna get no store or nothing from me if you talking like that. So then, like a few days later, like I said, he was going through all type of little emotional stuff. He couldn't take care of this, he couldn't take care of that. I mean, the man's mental health was just out of whack. I mean, he couldn't focus, he couldn't do nothing. I mean, the man was just going through a lot of stuff at that time, and I was really feeling sorry for him because I didn't really know how I could help him because shit, in that situation right there, I got to really try to help myself. But yeah, I mean, later on that night, he really flipped out. I mean, he got to talking about killing himself. He got to yelling real loud, I'm going to kill myself. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to try to do this. If a motherfucker come by me, I'm going to do this. I mean, he just got just yelling off all type of all crazy ass stuff. So when the police heard that, they hit the button on him, hurry up and got him up out there, took him to the hole. I think he was in a hole for like 3 or 4 days. He had to go through like mental health counseling and stuff like that and make sure that he wasn't really crazy because the man was really off the chain. I mean, after all that stuff don't happen, when his wife left him and the people denied him on his appeal, I mean, the man went through all type of stuff. I mean, the man couldn't focus. The man couldn't do nothing. I mean, he didn't want to do nothing but basically try to kill himself after that. I mean, you think about a person that's strong as a motherfucker and think that they can get through things, but in reality, when shit hits them so hard to where they can't focus, they don't know what they gonna do. I mean, this dude was like one of my friends, and I was trying to figure out, how I could help him because, once he got to talking about killing himself and all that stuff, and the police got rid of him and took him to the hole and all that. Shit, I ain't really know what was going to happen to him. I ain't know if he was going to be in there for a long time or if he was just going to be in there for just a short period of time. I mean, the man was just really out of whack after that. I mean, he was just doing all type of crazy ass shit. You wouldn't even think that a person would do. You would think that a person that's in them type of situations, they'll be more stronger and they can handle things like that. But he couldn't handle once his wife left him. I mean, he was just, like I said, he was just looked depressed all the damn time. I mean, he couldn't focus. He couldn't do nothing. I mean, when you go through them situations like that in the penitentiary, you got to make sure that you're on point with everything. You don't even want to go to the penitentiary because if you do, you might find yourself in a situation to where your wife might leave you or you might be trying to fight for appeal and they deny you. And that shit changed the way that you feel about yourself. I mean, you might look at somebody and be like, hey, man, this dude, is probably going through this and probably going through that because of this. I mean, it's really kind of hard once your mental health hits you, because once your mental health hits you while you up in there and you ain't got no really way to take care of it, I mean, all you can do is sit in that cell and really just go crazy and just think about all your past stuff and all the past stuff that people did to you, you know, think about your life and all that. And I mean, it's just kind of hard, but you don't want to go out like that. This your boy Fats. Y'all stay up and y'all stay focused. Hit that like and subscribe button for me if you can. Thank you.